claw across her lips, sealing her promise with blood. She looks away, but then turns back to you as if remembering something. Daman, our conversation is not yet over. Please stay with me for a few moments. There is something I have to ask. Sure, but can we move out of the fire? Kibella makes a ritual gesture, but you notice her fingers tremble. Daman, you need to know about what happened. You and no one else. During the divination that revealed Adelbart's betrayal to me, my trance was interrupted. Instead of converging on a single point, my thoughts were thrown off the intended path, and I lost my thread. She looks up at you with distress in her eyes. What distracted me were thoughts of you. Just make fun of her? No. No, goth girlfriend! You were thinking of me. She nods. Your image intruded upon my mind when it was supposed to act as a blade seeking its target. When all of my being was focused on fulfilling my duty, my trance was broken, and I committed an offense against the Undying One. I was able to restore my trance and banish all thoughts that didn't belong, but that this happened at all is worrying. She pauses. You are dear to me, more so than I first realized, but my duty is to serve the Undying One. What if? She falters, then looks at you intently. What if your presence in my mind, in my labyrinth, goes against the tenets? Thinking about someone you hold dear is perfectly normal. You don't understand. It may be normal for lay people. I'm a lay person, but not within the blood-spun web. Not for me. If I lose control of what makes me a faultless weapon, then what will be left of me? Daman, our fates are connected. We walk the same labyrinth. Tell me, what would you do if your mind worries were to dull your resolve and mar your spirit? If your mind's worries were to dull your resolve and mar your spirit. Muck, do you have the lowdown on Keller Morphs? Not at the moment. I would accept that the appearance of someone important in my life was bound to throw things into a bit of disarray. She lets out a quiet laugh. Your life is in enough disarray as it is. Still, your ability to exist in pandemonium without losing sight of your goal deserves some praise. She gives you a look of a painful doubt and tenderness. Enough. Let us go back. Before she turns to leave, her fingers wrap around your hand and squeeze it passionately. Oh!
These ruby flashes are choking.
Oh my gosh, chat. Hand holding.
We'll see.
Degeneracy in the blood-spun web.
They all
Oh, wait, no. What was that? What is this thing? Power Pick. This weapon has an extra attack action, which increases armor pin of all subsequent attacks made against the same target by 10 for 1 round. Stacks. Heavy Rock Saw. Each attack with a Rock Saw performs several strikes. If the first strike hits the target, all subsequent strikes automatically hit. If the first strike is dodged or parried, all subsequent strikes are automatically dodged or parried. Just runs them with a chainsaw. Fire Retribution. Manufactured Sword. Enemy Finder. If the target of the wearer's ranged attack fails a toughness resistance test with a -10 penalty, the attack inflicts exhaustion on that target. The next successful hit against this character will score a critical hit.
Watching the lady handle sacred technology breaks my heart. Figuratively speaking, my cardiovascular augmentation can withstand much more than high blood pressure.
The Aquila Anima, a fragment of the Cathedral of Eternal Redemption brought from the Shrine World of Solus 6, now lost. You immerse yourself fully in prayer and feel the presence of something greater. The reliquary has been ransacked and the sacred ashes of past road traders and their servants stolen. Twin blade, yep, okay. These all we've seen before. Okay. The stats are kind of misleading. Saw weapons are crazy good unless they've nerfed them. The question, though, is who would I have use this in the party? He is melee, but the dog does more damage than him, and the saw is two-handed, and he uses a shield. She's melee, but I don't think she can use her special abilities with a freaking chainsaw in her hand. Although that... Imagine an assassin running at you with that. Crap, where did her big sword go? Silent Verdict, I think that was it. Yeah, it loses the parry bonus too. See if she can use the Fractal Blade. Fractal Blade? I found a really nice dagger earlier that increases in damage every time it lands a hit. But I don't think, I don't think she can use her special skills with daggers. Banvar Chainsword, Bloody Sacrament, Shock Baton. I gotta find the Fractal Blade friend. I don't know where it is. Feudal Sword, Prisoner Shank, Manufactured Sword. Shock Batons are pretty crap. Just always add these to cargo. Weighty Axe. I have 98 swords. Jakari Glaive. Fractal Blade. There it is. No, it's an Aldari weapon. No good. Okay, that cleans up a bit. Alright. F5. Save that. And...
One step at a time amidst the madness.
Back to the bridge. You can report any bugs you find by hovering over the broken character, creature, item, spell, or interface and pressing Alt-B. Oh, that's a really good bug reporting feature. The easier you make it, the more people are willing to do it. Okay. Alright, so now we go traveling again until they tell us that Nemesite strikes, I suppose. Alright. Oh, we got an update from Kiavagama.
Noxy_Grenrose raided my stream with 20 viewers.
What? Noxy, you got the order backwards. I'm supposed to raid you. What are you doing streaming and ending your stream so early? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. We're playing Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader right now. High Factotum Janris says, I bring woeful news, Lord Captain. Prelate Hectarchius of the Order of the Hammer has passed away. Oh no. Immediately after the launch of the Orbital Vox Spire, he entered the halls of recording, and having sat on the command throne was granted a vision. For over 3 days, Prelate Hectarius preached about Saint Cognatius being reincarnated in a body made from the saint's own holy relics. The spiritual feat depleted Prelate Hectarius' strength, and he peacefully departed for the Emperor's throne shortly after the sermon's conclusion. I had a rough bad night. Can't go on and passing out, need a break. Oh shoot, yeah, if you need some rest, get some rest. Thank you for the raid, I appreciate that. The Order's elders believe this to be a sign that St. Cognatius' relics, currently stored on planets throughout the expanse, must be brought together. The Order is preparing for the election of a new prelate, under whose guidance it will be to undertake this holy mission. The majority of the votes are divided between Prioress Lugnalia, well known for her fervor, and merciful Cellarer Tychon, the minority of the Order who sees the Oikonomos Enigmas and humble a reasonable man as their prelate. Does Prelate Hectarius' death not strike you as odd? I'm afraid it does not. The esteemed Hectacarius began his service as a battle missionary and has long grown weary of the peaceful life befitting a man of his status. He yearned for a worthy spiritual feat, and when presented the chance to serve as a voice of the saint, he gave what little strength remained. When he died, he was exhausted but content. How does the Order intend to carry out St. Cognatius's mission? The Conclave aims to procure all the relics that once belonged to St. Cognatius, all that can possibly be procured. Given that the saint is a legendary figure, many items in the Cronus Expanse have an alleged connection to him. However, it seems unlikely that any of the relics' owners will be eager to part with them. The answer to the question of how the Order of the Hammer is going to retrieve them depends on the identity of the next prelate. I wish to know... wait, let's see, hold on. This gives profit factor. I wish to know more about the candidates. Prioress Lugnalia was converted by Hectarchius on one of the heathen worlds. She then served as his bodyguard for many years and eventually became the protector of the Order's reliquary and the leader of its military branch. As for Brother Tychon, he is an aristocrat by birth. He had an excellent education and could have lived in luxury had he not renounced secular life for the sake of ascetic vows. He is intelligent, thoughtful, well-read, and most importantly, genuinely merciful. Few things can be said about the Oikonomos Nigmus. He has never been famous for his prowess in battle or his sermons, but the monastery has never wanted for anything on his watch. He is a most reasonable and unobtrusive individual. I need an obedient prelate, one such as Brother Nigmus. I will inform the Conclave of your decision. The Order won't be able to ignore such compelling advice. Brother Nigmus has been chosen as the prelate of the Order of the Hammer. His careful policy is far more oriented towards satisfying the rogue trader than successfully collecting St. Cognatius' relics. Okay, and then we get to do an upgrade. What is this? Indulgences for sale. Selling the forgiveness of the ecclesiarchy can be... Selling the forgiveness of the church can be a source of revenue. What is this? Second, so many treasures. Let's do indulgences for sale. Yeah, go pay your tithe and you can go to heaven. Start on that. Colony reward, 5 drugs. And I got another thing here. What is this? Cure for sloth. There's only one thing I can do here. Since the grimy masses are so lazy, a wise lord will add substances to their daily communion that will ensure obedience and diligence. Oh my god. Once purified and distilled, these truly miraculous plant-based chemicals will make a commoner forget their fatigue and their purposeless pastimes. Once their body is burnt out and withered, they will simply be replaced by a new worker. Okay. Alright. Dargonus. Doctrine of Rationality complete. Efficiency +3. Guilds. What is this? Replenishing frag grenades, efficiency mechanisms, Adeptus RVDs, Navy. What gains ability Underhive? Just arrived Muck is drugging his people. I mean, we put sawdust in the food in Frostpunk. This isn't that bad. Replenishing frag grenades. Need adamantine for that. Kind of want that Imperial Navy thing. So I need adamantine for that. Lord Captain, disturbing report has come from the quarries of Phoebos 6. The convicts have lost their minds. They forget how to use They forget how to use tools, they huddle together and continue to stare aimlessly into space, and even under the lashes of the whips, ruining the mining deadlines. Some are possessed with the urge to use their nails to scratch blasphemous symbols on tools, machines, and even their own bodies. The most mad have painted the walls of several mines from tools to ceiling with the symbols and then gone off deep into the mining tunnels. None of them could be found. The overseers considered a ploy to divert attention away from the escapes and an impending rebellion. Expert cartographer. All allies gain 7 logic. Have the guards monitor where the workers disappear to. Gain a peculiar trinket. So this will get you back up if you go down and gives you regeneration. Watchdogs. Flagship gains 3 speed for the first round. Have the guards monitor where the workers disappear to. I will immediately pass your orders on to Phoebo's 6th Lord Captain. Although many overseers had to be removed from their posts to conduct the surveillance operation, it did eventually lead the investigators to a series of recently cleared tunnels. An unnaturally even wall covered in strange symbols caught their attention. The tunnel went down deep and was not on any of the mining maps. The colony administration gave orders to conduct an archive survey, banned work in the sector, and had guards posted there until the origins of the tunnel could be established. Okay. Let's see. Warp guy, what is this? Security. Ergonomics. Mukluk has gained absolute efficiency. 4% hit chance. Blocks Envirodome. Warp Guides doesn't block anything. Let's do this. There's a rumor that there are several warp guides among the convicts, unsanctioned semblances of navigators. It may be worth it to hunt them down and press them into service. Alright, next one. Do we know when the devs stream? 2 hours. Lord Captain, the tech priests have made a sinister discovery on Kiava Gamma, a blasphemous machine built at the behest of the wicked cubist Delphim. This mechanism is capable of picking up the whispers of the warp. It also occasionally transmits a discordant binaric melody to nowhere in particular, but no encrypted data or other threats have been detected. It seems to be functional side effect of sorts. Of course, the idea of using a machine instead of astropaths to contact the voices of the warp may seem tempting, but this machine is teeming with corruption. Its fuel tanks are satiated with the liquefied souls of your subjects. It has enough for now, but someday it will have to be refilled. How could Delphim construct such a powerful and monstrous machine? By defying the dictums of the Omnissiah and venturing into the perilous field of experimenting with warp technology. It is dangerous knowledge, but the ancient, incredibly complex Vox core of the mechanism is much older than Delphim was. He probably found it here and made use of it to his own ends. And yeah, I'm a good boy of the Emperor. I'm not going to use this thing. Destroy this heresy! Your command shall be relayed to the Manufactorum attendants. You've received an Empyrean transceiver. The device was mercilessly but carefully destroyed. During its death throes, the device emitted noises that drove other mechanisms to madness and ruin, but it was finished, and faith in the triumph of the Omnissiah filled the hearts of the righteous. Okay. What do we got? Mag trains. Ooh, profit factor. We need more of that. A planet's manufactorums are only as efficient as its logistical system. Lex mechanics predict a major growth in the world's overall manufacturing output if haulers and airships make way for powerful mag trains speeding along a web of long-distance railway. Are you telling me that trains increase logistics? Someone tell America! Alright. Upgrades, people. Alright, tap F5. Let's get a quick save in. Alright, what was this quest? Lay waste to Harryock's Rim Station. Oh, it's right there. Sure. Lord Captain, your plan was a success. Our provocation against Nemesis and the killing of the traitor Adalbert has brought out all the rest of them. My enforcers have captured a number of suspicious individuals and beaten the truth out of them. Are you sure they didn't just say stuff to stop you beating them? That scum Nemesis wishes to avenge his mentor's death and plans to raid the ceremony of the officer's anointment. Since the impious Adalbert has turned out to be an apostate, it is the new confessor's duty to ensure that the officers retake their oath to the God Emperor. Traditionally, the ceremony is attended by the officers' families, and it is they who are the target of the mutineer. He wishes to slaughter all of the ship's elite in one fell swoop. I've ordered a trap to be set for Nemesis. Would you like to be personally involved in the operation? What kind of trap? We will replace the civilians with enforcers and their relatives of the appropriate age, dress them in their formal clothes, and hide their weapons underneath. When Nemesis tries to strike, he will find only cruel disappointment for the last time in his worthless life. What if he just throws a grenade in the room? Wait, the appropriate age? Are there going to be elderly and youths present? It is necessary for the sake of secrecy. Let me assure you, all of my people will gladly risk their families for the good of the Von Valancius dynasty without fear or hesitation. She's like, some of my subordinates' families may die, but that is a risk I am willing to take. I will attend the ceremony. You hear a burst of interference, followed by Cabela joining the channel. Damen, the whispers of death are uttering the name of Nemesis ever more loudly. I must meet the enemy face to face. Very well. We will capture him together. So be it. Cabela's voice is quiet, yet somehow even more grim and ominous than usual. Okay. When it comes to logistics, the peak of evolution is trains. Just like how the peak of our evolution is crab. Return to crab. It's always crab. The rows of disguised enforcers are listening to the confessor's words in silence. All around you are Sarbak's chosen people, each dressed as a member of the officers' families. Close by, a kindly-looking old woman is fumbling with a starched handkerchief. Catching your eye, she smiles with a mouth that is missing half its teeth and whispers, "Everything is going as planned, your lordship." Yo, we have guards that are toothless old people, just in case. Look at the participants of the ceremony. The facade is holding, with everyone playing their role perfectly. The Master-at-Arms must have instructed them thoroughly and shown them how best to conceal their weapons. All of them are wearing their best, and even you cannot tell where they're hiding their armaments. Hi. Thank you. Wife has brought sandwich. And who might you be, Madam Matriarch? Belinda Troughtgold, Lord Captain, transferred from the Enforcers with the rank of Senior Lieutenant to the staff of your Lordship's quarters on account of my age and declining health. But as you can see, there's no such thing as a former Enforcer. A friendly smile stretches across her bloodless lips. I don't really want to click either of these options, but it seems I have to click one of them. So why would Sarbak entrust my safety to someone so advanced in years? I guess the Master-at-Arms remembers how Belinda used to be the best shot among the Enforcers back in the day, and knows that my eye and hand have not diminished over the years. I spent 40 years on duty, and to this day I can tell if a man is carrying contraband in his pockets just by the way he's walking. I am grateful to Mr. Sarbak for the honor. I don't want to die in my bed. Let me fall in battle defending the Lord Captain and crushing traitors. Belinda gives an imperious yet absent-minded nod and dabs her eyes with a handkerchief. She said, "Let me go out guns blazing." It's freaking no teeth. Do you believe Nemesis will fall for our ruse? Judging by the way that serf in the back row keeps glancing around, our Nemesis has swallowed the bait, just like the void rat he is. The porridge will hit the fan any moment now. A most benign smile crosses her face. Why am I using the dentist voice for this woman? I don't know, that just like came out of... Continue. The ceremony comes to an end. The vows are given, and the forehead of every officer is graced with the touch of the confessor. Now comes the moment for the closing prayer. Continue. And may the God Emperor protect us. A loud but menacing voice booms through the hall, cutting short the sacred words, "But not today." Okay, chat. If it's not the fire guy, I'm gonna be surprised. He has 3 freaking arms.
You cannot stop the angels, faithful!
They just snuck in here with this, dude. Is this Texas? Everyone was carrying.
Do not let a single one break through!
Defeat Nemesis and his followers. Okay, so they're all on this right side. And then, that's the Kellermorph. Okay, so he's got 3 guns. And then there were some on the stairs, but lore-wise, they're being held off. Okay.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. If I may.
Let's put some buff areas
I am
down.
a navigator, not a servitor.
Heinrichs, can you open the fight with regeneration on everybody, please? Oh, what an opener. Blarg! Oh, Heinrichs just goes second? That's so good. That means I can buff everyone before they scatter.
I won't object to it.
Iron Arm. Speed. Dodge. Parry.
Glory.
We've already done regen.
Let's see to
Resolve.
it.
Armor buff. We've actually got an extra one. Endure.
This is just
Dang!
too much.
Cass
for me.
just took a nasty hit. Alright. One down. 3 down. Live bait on Muck. Talk to our guns, buff them.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
How long for the dev stream? 2 hours.
My heart still beats.
Cash getting really low health here. Alright, where's the big guy? First, taunt the big guy. You're dealing with him. Second, where's my dog? There he is.
A genius at work.
Why did the dog not attack there?
Another stroke of genius.
2 dead. Whoa, 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 what? Okay, he just got upset all of a sudden.
Let's see.
Okay, Protect's being weird. Protect, he's supposed to attack something next to me, but it's failed twice this turn. I don't know why.
What if?
160, nice.
This is just too much for me.
Dude, Cass doesn't usually end up this low health.
I will leave footprints of scarlet. I shall not fail, as honor ordains. The
All the
shadows
buffs.
will see it done. Come, the other side awaits. As the tenets demand. As honor ordains. Court killing brings me no pleasure.
Alright, you... Medicae signal. There's a guy right there in Cass's face. Give Pascal an extra turn. Pascal,
Denied.
start focusing on this guy. Nice, okay. Take him out.
Successfully terminated.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Use move
Am I
on
getting
her
paid for
and put
this?
her behind this cover here. Hopefully it helps.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use.